Hey, welcome back. The cycle returns. So Heat E, race 4, and it looks like it's going to be a belter. We've got about probably 15 to 18 knots of breeze. There was a rain shower moving. Thankfully it's gone to the east of us, so fantastic. So this is E Heat lining up for the start. Looks like a bit of starboard bias. This will be a sailmaker's dream because all these sails are getting well thrashed, but it'll be exciting. So we will watch and see how it develops. Everyone's holding well back from the line, which is good. It might mean we get a clean start. As I said about the rain, I can feel a few raindrops in the air. So final 10 seconds coming up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, gun. All clear. Great start. Dave Lindsay at the port end, and one. Whose phone was this? Sorry, it's I'll have to keep moving the screen. Sorry about that. I was using a phone for numbers and it's just gone into screensaver. Despite that tack head to wind, Klaus isn't looking too bad. I've just heard 3 whistles. I'm not quite sure what that was about. So somebody running back. Not sure what that's about. So here they come up to the windward mark. Our leader, they're going to fly. Oh, I think he was on the mark, but we won't comment about that. So our leader goes straight nose down. So what's going on? Oh, they've abandoned the race. We have lost. We've lost the wing mark. Okay, so we'll park it there for a minute. There may be people who try and go for a rig change. Okay, let's pause there. Welcome back. So the wind is up and this is race 4, Heat E. Everyone's changed down to B rigs. There's a very large squall that's been developing to the east, and we were hoping to avoid the rain, but it looks as though it's building and we may get, just at the end of the day, a serious amount of rain. But let's hope we avoid it because we don't want to get the camera kit wet. I'm standing here with a brolly over the microphone, which is quite novel. It's light wind at the moment, so yeah, you can see the umbrella. I'll probably drop it later because we'll need to work out who's who at the windward mark. So B-rig conditions, looks like starboard end biased, or certainly the bulk of the fleet wants to be at the right hand end. Looks like a Proteus at the leeward end, bearing him, or a 3D printed boat with the white bow, number 166. 69 is going to be way low on the start line, and this could be a general recall. No, it's clear. So off they go. Dave Lindsay 23's got a nice lane there, so is 66 if he doesn't luff head to wind. 116 looking strong, 54's tacked out. So looking at the windsock, it's blowing very much left to right, so my money would be on people who go left up the race course. So I'm not going to give any numbers and names until we get round the windward mark, because it's just too hard to see the boats. But looking at the ones going into the left hand side are going to come out with a very nice lift. So if that holds, which I think it will, I think we'll see the leaders come from the left, but there's a long way to go. There's a gaggle of boats have gone right out to the right hand side, and we'll see how they come together. So yeah, it looks like the right hand side is favoured, which surprises me. It must be a local shift. Looking at the windsock, it's pointing way to the left. So the left hand boats have in fact crossed all the starboard boats coming in from the right hand side, so the left was the side to be. So I think the rain's eased up a little bit. I can put my brolly down. Oh, great, thank you. Get the binoculars and we can see who's who around the windward mark. So a bit of a focus. Right, the leader is just approaching. He's done his final tack for the windward mark. Oh, there's one round already. Looks like 149. So our leader is Peter Tans from the Netherlands. Second is 20, which is Roberto Lindstad from Brazil. Uh, 54 from America, which was Gary Bull, if I'm not mistaken. 54. Oh, Gary Winton from the USA. Well, we'll watch them come down, which will be the easiest way. So 140, good lead, all on B rigs. Now we'll see some nice surfing. So Dave Lindsay beginning to show a bit of form. Yeah, the waves are getting quite big. You can probably see them in the camera shot now. Okay, I think it's a good idea going around the left-hand gate. Get away from the shore and this chop. There's a lot more chop inshore than further out into the reservoir. So we'll see our first right gators. Number 15 is going to take the right hand side, and that is Chuck Milligan from Bermuda. He'll be enjoying this lovely weather, just like Bermuda. Balmy conditions, a little bit of moisture in the air. So the right hand side still seems favourable. A few competitors nearby, so I was just being quiet for a minute. 74 from Chile is Pablo Alvarez, having a good look at the pontoon, and tacks onto quite a nice lift. Now Dave Lindsay seems to have come out of this quite nicely. Band of pressure coming down the course, no significant shift. So it's a good beat. The wind's now gone left, which makes the race course sensible. The race was abandoned previously because one of the buoy bots had run out of battery, so which was a bit of a shame. So they've been replaced with fixed marks. It's been looks like there's been an adjustment of the spreader mark. Maybe it drifted, I'm not sure. Okay, the wind's fading a little bit, so B-rig's still good, still plenty of power in it. Yeah, wind looks as though it's shifting to the left even more, although the boats out to the right have got good breeze and are powering along, showing no disadvantage being over there. The leader's coming into the windward mark, he's below the ley line, and he tacks now just to get back up to the ley line, and if he's got any sense he'll overstand, so there's no risk of having to do a short tack to go round it. Here he comes, and he'll be a happy bunny. Happy bunny, good lead. All he's got to do is make it down the run and a short beat to the finish, and then he's home and dry. And that is still, our leader is still .149 Peter Tan, so that's good. And then second is 142, which is Sven Ferenz. Then 05, which is Martin Bizak from Croatia. Okay, and we'll see the rest as they come down to the leeward mark. It's funny, even though the numbers are the same size on the B-rig, they're harder to see, maybe because they're a bit lower. So 142, 142. So Sven with a great lead. .142 is the viz of Sven. So what have we got? Looks like a K2 in the lead. Then a viz second, then a V12 third. That's Dave Lindsay. So he had a good second beat to get up into third. It'll be good to see him on the promotion ladder. And then looks like a K2 fourth. 05 is Marin Bizak. And then the green 54 of Gary Winton. And then Klaus Norden in the very orange boat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I think there's going to be competition for 5th and 6th place. 149 here's got a fabulous lift off the shore. So that's really nice. Still a big chop, still B-rig. And there's another 30 minutes of racing before they call a halt to proceedings. Yeah. Dave Lindsay in 23 obviously benefited from coming to the left. He may even nick second place. Looking at the angle, 149 is coming across on starboard. Dave's really made a significant gain. Let's see if he gets 142. Look at that lift. It's amazing. Now don't get hit on port and starboard. Sensible chap. So Sven is second, 149. Peter Tan should take the win. They'll be first and second anyway. Dave Lindsay third, and then we've got this gaggle of 4 boats for 5th and 6th. Looks like the boat to windward, 69 is going to take 5th. 69 is, I must have read that wrong. I don't know. I'll have to look at the results. Sorry, I can't see through the binoculars. So top 6 get promoted up to the next heat, and we will see them in a few minutes time. With the wind easing, they might be thinking about whether they want to change rigs again. So we'll see you at the start of B heat. We'll just let the film run to the end so you can see everybody finishing, but I'll sign off for now. Welcome back. This is race 4 Heat D, and the promoted boats from the Heat E race were 142 Sven Ferenc from Croatia. Oh, a restart. 23 David Lindsay from New Zealand, 149 Peter Tan from the Netherlands, 05 Maran Bizak from Croatia, and 20 Roberto Lindstad from Brazil. So conditions have improved somewhat. There's obviously been a front that's come across, and we've now got a slightly undecided fleet, because we've got some with B rigs and some with A rigs. I think the majority have A rigs now, so we'll see what happens with the wind. Being Datchet and England, anything could happen. So all the marks now on the course are anchored. The buoy bots have been withdrawn, basically because they've run out of battery, but they've been very useful to date and very stable. So 1 minute to go. Looks like there may be some port bias on the line. The windsock is blowing straight down the lake, so we have what looks like a dead beat to windward up to the weather mark, which will be terrific for this race. This will be the last race of the day, being coming up to 6 o'clock, when we can all go home and warm up, because it's been a bit chilly. So this end of the line, Jimmy Teo from Malaysia is looking to be the port end boat in his viz, being rolled by number 19 at the moment. And I think he's a little low on the line, and he's not even going to make the mark. So very port biased line. 116 from Spain has 116. I don't have 116 on my list. 159 is Bengt Olsberg. So, just trying to work out why 116 is on the water.
So it's yeah, you basically report it. So okay. So
Yeah, I'm just reporting it.
No, I can
yeah,
take
if you could let them know. So I'm trying to commentate. 116. 116.
Copy that.
Yeah,
right.
just tell them to check.
Yeah.
Sorry, back on the game now. So most boats have pushed out to the right hand side. The lights got really bad, so it's hard to see the boat, so the competitors are going to have a real challenge at the mark. There's a band of breeze coming down from further up the lake. It is really a true beat. I'll just try and get some binoculars on who's doing what. So my guess is the bunch out to the right hand side are going to have the upper hand. We're seeing port tack boats come in now. We'll see who crosses who. The new breeze is just filling in. I think the A rig is definitely the advantage in this race. Interesting, here they're meeting now, and yeah, the starboard boats are definitely have a distinct advantage. So
116, okay.
good. So running downwind, right, first boat round was actually a B rig, the smaller of the rig, and that was 116. I'm not sure. 116 is Francisco Martinez from Spain. Also up there is Dave Lindsay. I think he's got his A rig and he's taken the lead. Third is 149, which is Peter Tan from the Netherlands. So he was one of the promoted boats, as was David. 71 USA is Gary Bowl. Yeah, I think the B rigs are going to struggle a bit now because the wind has eased. So Dave Lindsay's now got a clear lead, heading down to the leeward gate. Going nicely. He'll be pleased with that, and a good way to end the day to get promoted up to race Heat C. Right, following down the Brit, that looks like a Britpop, the white boat. Yeah, 71, that's Gary, wasn't it? Gary Bull. The B rig 116 is really struggling. Then there's 159 and 105. 105 is David Ramos. 159 is Bent Oldsberg. And then a whole gaggle rounding, all at the same time, a near collision there. Somebody missed the mark. 144. So a mix of decision making around the leeward mark, so a sort of 60-40 split left and right. My windsock's telling me left could be a favourable side. It just depends on whether there's enough wind on this side of the reservoir under the bank. There's also more chop which can slow you down. Dave Lindsay's still out there leading, followed by Peter Tan. I think the battle's going to be between those two for the race, but you never know what happens with a big shift and the spread of the fleet across the course. So the wind has really faded, and thankfully so has the rain. Oh, another band of pressure coming down the course, this time from the what looks like the left hand side. So maybe the lefties here are going to get a bit of an advantage. It's a real game of chess trying to plot your way up the beat here. The wind just shifting left and right, and the shifts can be so significant, and the distance between the boats left and right means that a 5-degree shift one way or the other can be the difference between overtaking half a dozen boats and not. And so we've got our leaders have been working their way out to the right, trying to find Dave. Big Dave is out. Yeah, Dave is way out to weather. I think he's been overtaken by Peter Tan, but not sure. We'll see what happens when Peter tacks up. Dave looks well powered up out there, and if he's on the ley line he's in a really good spot. He's also got a slight lift, so I think he's ahead of Peter. So we'll wait and see who's who round the mark. Yeah, David's ahead of Peter. Tacks for the mark. Only be a short tack and then he'll go well past it, hopefully. And then round he goes. Power off to the wing mark. The spreader. Going at some speed and then whoops, jives round. Little wobbly. Peter Tan's second. Around the mark in 149. So he'll be happy. This will be his second promotion. Then we have 71 and 105. That's Gary Bull and David Ramos, both from the USA. So a bit of a USA battle here. Then there's a little B rig just behind. That's good. He's kept in the hunt. That's 116, our Spanish friend. Then 40 and 142 are next. 40's Tonko Puljets, and we'll pick up the rest as they come down and I can read the numbers more easily. So Dave Lindsay, a good lead, guaranteed promotion, provided he doesn't do anything silly, but I think he'll just go round and it'll be quite a long beat up to the finish this time, because it's a true beat rather than a single starboard tack. And the man himself is standing in front of me, so I can be rude to him.
Say nice things, Nigel.
Beautiful rounding of the mark by Dave there.
Well wide.
Classy sailor.
Well wide it was. I can afford to.
But it doesn't matter, yeah, you just don't want to hit the mark. And Peter Tan goes round behind him, both sailing out nicely on port. Third and fourth are following round the same mark, so that's good for the leaders. Fifth has gone round the right hand mark.
Good attack there.
Hoping for a bit of a shift. Six has taken, they've all taken the left hand mark, bar 2 or 3. 116 has just fallen out of it because he's got a B rig up.
Contact mark 288.
I think you gathered there was contact with the mark there. So 40's made a gain, I think, by coming left, which is good. He'll be happy with that. 40 was Tonko from Croatia. Yeah, he's made big gains. See that port-handed lift. So Dave Lindsay safely in first. Then Peter Tan. 71 third, Gary Bull. 40 is Tonko. 105 is David Ramos. So they look like being our top 6. I think 99 is just out of it. So all these guys can celebrate tonight with a nice promotion to the next heat. And it looks like a good time to stop because I can see rain on the horizon. So this will be the last race of the day. David crosses the finishing line. There's the whistle and he's home and dry. Same boats are still in the top 6, so no change there. Then the rest of the fleet follow in and they'll be ready to sail in the same heat in race 5. So tomorrow morning we will start with race 4 Heat C. Hopefully we'll have nice conditions and without the rain. And we'll look forward to see you in the morning. So have a good evening, and well, have a good evening or have a good day depending on when this video gets uploaded. Well done, David. So this is me, Nigel Barrow, out for the day. Thank you very much.